What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan back again with another video. Today's video, I'm seeing this in like relationship videos that I'll pop up, so I'll start to watch it. So if you see me look here, I'm looking at the main screen, but obviously the screen that is recording is to the left. But so the reason I wanted to say this or talk about this topic is because I'm seeing it a lot. And it's about, women are upset that men aren't approaching anymore, and that, guys don't approach the same way they used to back in the day, blah, blah, blah. The whole spiel. Not gonna get too deep into it. I'm gonna give my perspective on being a guy who's had over 10 sexual partners. The average man within America, I think, is 3 to 5, so I double them or triple them. And it's not a flex thing, it's just kind of being above average in looks and having over 20-something rejections in my lifetime. I'm not a PUA person. I don't really believe in them. I think a lot of their stuff is stupid, but I understand some of their points. So the reason I would say approach women, if you are going to, just more of a respectful thing, and if you get a no, move on, right? No matter how she does it. But I don't think for a lot of men it's worth approaching anymore. I think you should get closer to God and self-improve, and obviously we've heard this from the self-improvement videos of all over different channels. It's been on my channel as well. Getting closer to God, eating healthier, meditating, praying, semen retention, the whole nine. What I've noticed, because I don't approach women anymore, turned 30 earlier this year, going to turn 31 later this year. I don't think it's important for a lot of men to approach women. If you're under the ages 25, maybe from 18 to about 25, I think you get rejected a couple times and then move on, right? Just to see what it feels like. You always want to have a little bit of experience, especially when you're starting to talk about stuff. You want to make sure that you have some experience in it. You don't have to have all the experience of approaching thousands of women just to hear the same dumbass rejection. No, I got a boyfriend, you're too nice, I'm not interested, blah blah blah. I've heard it. You can name it, I probably heard it. Except the rude stuff, I don't really I don't have that experience. But I think the solution for many men is to self-improve, get closer to God, eat healthier, and kind of have goals to achieve whatever, whether that's business. Personally, for me, it's travel, and other different things. It could be improving in the gym, whatever, hiking. You will find the women will gravitate towards you, because obviously we understand it's God, man, woman, and child. Women will follow you. They have to. They have no choice. They are social creatures more than we are. They cannot thrive without socialization and having attention from men. Many women are saying it on their TikToks, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I don't do Snapchat, so I have no idea. That they're saying, where are the men? You've heard from the feminists, Me Too movement, from traditional women. You've heard it all. You've heard the same thing. Sorry. But I wanted to point out that if a majority of men, 95% of men, were to focus on their goals, God, family, and if you have friends, I promise you, women will gravitate towards you. They have no choice. Don't go to bars, right? Don't go to clubs unless you are going with your friends. I'm not really a drinker that much. Some of my friends like to drink. I can't stand drinking. I will give you a caveat. Do not fuck with women who are intoxicated. You do not want false allegations. You don't want false rape claims. None of that. I've had it happen to me. We had evidence and stuff like that. So, you don't want to be in that position, because it can ruin your life. So do not do that. All right? Don't mess with women unless you have already fucked. All right? Unless it's your girl or it's your friends with benefits, and y'all drink like you're in college and y'all do that type of stuff. Don't mess with a woman for the first time and she's intoxicated. The truth is, she may really like you, but you don't want her to wake up the next morning going, "Wow, I really didn't want it." You don't want to be in that position where what you said when you were intoxicated is different than what you're saying sober, right? You want to make sure that you are messing with a woman and she's sober in her right mind, for the best chance to kind of not to beat those allegations, because women can be devious and evil, and lie a lot. But I digress on that. So approaching is dying. Women will, y'all will have to approach. You have no choice, unless you want to die alone, which a lot of you will, statistically speaking, just because of the difference, which I'm going to make a video on this. I said I was going to do it, and I did not do it that day, of the discrepancies just within the United States of America. We're not going to talk about anywhere else, that there is a 3.5 million more women in this country alone. We're not talking about immigrants coming in and all that. There's a 3.5 million difference. Then you would have to break it down over the course of the LGBT group, on both sides, men and women. Put the LGBT group in their own category. Then you would put married men and women in their own category. Then you put men and women in jail in their own category. Then you put women under 18 and men under 18 in their own category, right? We don't do pedophilia over here. Then you'd have to take all those groups, and then there's another group I'm forgetting. Can't think of there's a couple other groups I'm forgetting at this moment. But anyway, so I'm saying all that to say that there's going to be a discrepancy bigger of more women than men. So women, if they're going to really want to be in a relationship, if they're heterosexual women, they're going to have to do what they got to do. And that is, you're going to have to compete. Sorry, you have to compete. You have no choice now. You've been saying for the past 30, 40, 50 years that you're sick of men ain't ish, you don't need men, blah, 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 which is one of the dumbest comments I've ever heard in my life. It's just retarded. It's nothing else. It's not stupid, it's not dumb, it's not anything. It's retarded to say that. Your existence wouldn't be here without the blue-collar men busting their ass every day. The plus 80% of men doing dangerous jobs that keep this country alive. I'm not gonna get into that either. My take is to focus on that, and if you can't find women here, go overseas. End of discussion. Just do that. Unless they make prostitution legal within America, which they should. They should. You have no choice now. Women are selling themselves anyway. They're selling themselves over to Dubai, to the princes. They're selling their souls to the elites in Hollywood, for some change and some dumbass clout. What's the difference? They're gonna sell their bodies now anyway for some food for their kids. So what are we doing? Just make prostitution legal and let's move on. All right? Let's get the Sodom and Gomorrah to get the end times really rolling. Come on. But that's it. I don't have much else. I don't think it's important to approach. I think women will start to approach more, and they have no choice. And you will notice a woman that really likes you will spend money on you, will cater to you. And if you haven't had that yet, you're probably looking at women. The women that will probably do that are either less attractive or maybe just a little bit out of shape. I'm not talking obese and fat. I'm talking she may have a little bit of weight on her. All right? So don't be above those type of women. They may cater to you more. They may do more for you. And as a man that's been on both sides, I've been a dude who was simping out for women in my younger years, and now I get approached, and I still don't care. Because I'm on a journey with Jesus and making sure that I get better, right? And focus on the goals of getting to the point where, even though we are in the end times, I want, to have certain goals with family and kids, and and do that. And I think a lot of women just aren't worth it. Now, I still would say be respectful for them. There's no need to be disrespectful, right? You still got to think they are still God's children. They are still some that look like your sisters, daughters, nieces, moms, grandmoms, and aunts, and so forth. So there's no need to be truly disrespectful unless she disrespects you first, right? Other than that, you just be respectful. If you want to approach, if you're under the age of 25, 18 to 25, I would say approach. I would say get rejected at least 5 times in your lifetime just to see get the experience. Because it's not going to kill you. It shouldn't. I hope not. That'd be weird. Or ruin your career or anything like that. But if you approach and a woman tries to accuse you of anything, hey, if you can, file a report on her or whatever. Start putting cases on these females that try to lie on y'all, false allegations. But besides that extreme, most women will have to approach. Most dudes are not going to do it anymore. There's no need. There's no value in it. I would ask women, what value do men get from you when they approach you? If a lot of y'all are not competing and not combating against the women who are saying these things that, hey, we don't want y'all to approach. A lot of y'all in the comments are saying, hell no, we want to do X, Y, and Z. You see some of them in the comments, but you're not. I mean, you're starting to see it more because men have completely walked away. But you're stuck in a rock and a hard place of loneliness and truly desiring to be a woman that's feminine and submissive to a man, which you truly want. A lot of women, feminists as well, studs as well, want masculine energy. They desire and they need it from a biological and nature perspective. Now, nurture is different. Now, you've learned different, but you're going to go back to your roots. You have no choice. But that's about it. I kind of was everywhere with this video, but hopefully this helps some of y'all. I'll leave this last point. I would say if she's a damn principal, shout out to Uncle Ron. If she's a damn, which is a really attractive woman you're not ever think you're ever going to see anymore, I would approach. If she's not that, be open to women that may approach you. It's just that simple. And if you are a dude who is unattractive, become attractive by cleaning up your look, getting in the gym and losing weight, eating healthier, get a skincare routine, get a steel tongue scraper. I have a video on this, in my go check the earlier ones out. It has like an AI thumbnail with a black dude. It should be that one. Make sure you brush your tongue, floss, brush your teeth with, fluoride-free toothpaste. Make sure it's whitening and natural whitening. Find home remedies to if you have bad breath, teeth aren't white enough. Make your own oils. I have beard oils I make for friends and myself, and grow your hair. So there's so many ways to improve yourself. Start small with those things. Make it visual, and then do the internal and spiritual health stuff and spiritual, and take more water, and make sure it's not purified water that has no natural minerals in it. Make sure you find spring as much as you can, even though there's microplastics and everything now. But do as much as you can. Good luck, men. These women aren't worth it. Don't stress yourself out about not having a chick in this season. If you really want sex or truly desire, I guess, I don't know if it's sex or a girlfriend or something. A lot of you gonna have to suffer. You're gonna have to work hard as much as you can because the AI is taking over everything, and go overseas. do the passport bro stuff, and do an experiment. See if these women are worth it. Go over there, go to different couple countries if you can. Find ones you're attracted to. Learn a little bit of the language. And then come back here and try to approach these women. Do an experiment. Approach women overseas and approach women here. Do a 5 to 5. See what it looks like. You may get rejected at all of them. You may get accepted by all of them. It just depends on the women. And that's why I say it doesn't really matter when you approach. Because women are going to have a different perspective of you, perception of you, based on how they've been treated in the past, which has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. That's why they need to approach. Women, go for the dudes you like. Suck it up. ATM fam, I'm signing out. Peace. I'm not going to edit this.